If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode 129 of the My Player series here on FIFA 16. We start with the final domestic El Clasico of the season. We've played them twice in the Copa del Rey. This will be the second time we've played them in La Liga. We could still meet them in the Champions League, but it's unlikely that we will do so. But fingers crossed we can get a good result for this final domestic La Liga El Clasico of the season, and also not only just because it's the El Clasico, but we need to close the gap to Villarreal. They're 4 points ahead of us. We do have a game in hand, so if we win here, then it will dramatically help our league title chase. If we lose, Real Madrid will actually draw level on points with us, so it's imperative that we at least avoid defeat here. A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but a win would really be what we want from this one. So drop the video a like if you enjoy, of course, and subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point, to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. We'll up it to fast, and I believe my audio is still set to Italian from when I was recording at AC Milan, so we'll switch the commentary back to Spanish and we'll get stuck in with El Clasico yet again. Bale beats Jordi Alba. He's got Benzema in the middle to look for. He's running out of space though, Gareth Bale. Here's Yuri Tielemans. He too is running out of space, but he's found Marcelo out wide, who has a little bit of that commodity to run into, but we've turned him backwards thanks to good defending from Iniesta. Squeezed it through the gap to Lucas Silva though. Here's Tielemans. He's got Modric and Benzema in front of him to look for, but Real Madrid can't seem to find that penetrating pass just yet. In before Luka Modric finds a worldie, you know. Little 1-2 with Tielemans, Lucas Silva. You're going to have to actually shoot soon, boys, if you want to get yourselves a goal. Marcelo played in out wide. Is a cross coming? It is, and it's good towards the back post, and Piqué has to head that behind for a corner. Real Madrid's first real proper chance to score a goal. We haven't had one ourselves yet to this point. It's been very heavily possession-based. Cross comes in, and Bravo will claim that quite nicely. It's been a slow game so far. We are missing, definitely, Leo Messi on that right-hand side. Alex Vidal doesn't do anywhere near as much as Messi does to try and break down the opposition. Danilo almost losing possession there, but gaining his composure quickly enough to get it back before Neymar ran off with it. Yuri Tielemans out to Danilo. Modric involved again. Into Lucas Silva to Bale, but tackled by Marc Bartra, and that kind of sums up everything that's happened so far. A lot of possession, looking for a final through ball, and it gets picked off by a defence, either at this end or at the other end. Here's Yuri Tielemans down the right-hand side for Real Madrid. He's got past Piqué, and that's a great cross. And Benzema draws a great save out of Claudio Bravo. More's happened in the first 2 minutes of the second half than did in the full 45 in the first. That's a great cross. I tell you what, keeper does well there to change direction because he's moving to his right and then has to quickly go back to his left to make the save. Ronaldo with the corner. It's going to be cleared by Jordi Alba. It's going to drop to Tielemans, who hits that very cleanly, but it goes only as far as Claudio Bravo, who's then going to pay no attention to where any of his teammates are and just blindly kick it towards the halfway line when Alex Vidal was in space on the right-hand side. Never mind. Pepe into Tielemans. Fires it quickly to Cristiano. He's getting crowded out, and Piqué wins it off him. We're going to move the ball inside. Iniesta to Alex Vidal. I kind of called for that from Iniesta, but thankfully the ball found Neymar. I'm going to go down the line. Jordi Alba will use Neymar here maybe. Eventually, you need to pass it before Bale tackles you, Sunshine. I called for it, and Aguero will give it to me, and we'll give it to Neymar instead. Gets it under control well. We're here in support, and he's going to use me. I'll quickly get it towards Aguero. I got wiped out there, and referee decided not to give a free kick, and now we might be in trouble. Luka Modric going the other way. Pinging it back towards Pepe though. Not the obvious ball, but they're working out wide. Danilo down to Bale. It's a good ball. Moving it quickly to the front line. Here's Luka Modric. Turns inside nicely. Sets up Lucas Silva perhaps for a shot. He finds Ronaldo, who finds Tielemans, who again draws a good save out of Claudio Bravo. Tielemans is having all the chances for Real Madrid right now. Tielemans and Benzema, and Claudio Bravo is making all the saves. It's been a very heavily dominated Real Madrid performance, which, to be fair, they haven't ever done against us in this series so far, or not since we've been at Barcelona. When we were at Real Madrid, we had some good performances against Barca, but since we've moved to the Camp Nou, Real Madrid have been pretty poor against us, so perhaps it's nice to see them actually prove that they can do something against this Barcelona side once again in this fifth season now, isn't it, of My Player. We spent a year on loan at Coventry, 2 years at Everton, a year at Real Madrid, and now this is the fifth season against Barcelona, and Gareth Bale really needs to step up his right foot crossing game. Up we go, Maxwell. It's a good header, actually, and Neymar will bring it down eventually. Looking for Maxwell Cornet again. who's... Whoa, that is a lunge and a half from Pepe. He threw himself into that one. 2 feet and everything. Modric to Tielemans. I'll have the ball, thank you, Yuri. No, we won't. PK will get it, though. Pick up on the loose ball. Here's Andre the Iniesta. Could go through the gap to Neymar. Has done. Maxwell Cornet's there. I'm arriving. Perhaps I could call for a through ball. No, I don't want to really ask Iniesta to play it through with that many people between me and the ball. Alex Vidal back to Mark Bartra. I'm going to try and get myself involved here. Iniesta will find me. Where's Neymar on the far side? That's who I want to find. Never mind. We'll go through that gap to Maxwell Cornet. And maybe, oh, he could come back to me, but no, he's given the ball away. Neymar, though, gets it to me, and we'll get it out wide to Sergio Busquets. I'm still here in support. Could we get a goal from one of our first chances in the game? Andres Iniesta to Maxwell Cornet. Well, we had the shot, but that was pretty poor, in fairness. 8 minutes to go, or 7 minutes to go now, and that was probably our first real clear-cut opportunity, and Maxwell Cornet's kicked it straight at the goalkeeper. Vidal, Iniesta. Oh, no, that was just me calling for the ball, but never mind. Busquets has brought it under control. They brought on Borja Mayoral for Benzema for the final few moments, but whether that will do anything, I'm not sure. We brought on Sava. Iniesta finds me. I'll give it to Neymar. Why have you kicked that straight through that gap to Luka Modric? You were in a great position there. Modric looking for Borja Mayoral. Bale is making moves, and he's going to play it over the top towards him. Bale brings it down. Piqué gets a toe on it, but Bale might be in here. Gareth Bale! Probably the final chance of the game, draws another good save out of Claudio Bravo. It was the final chance of the game. Madrid had the better of the chances in that one. It was an extremely competitive game, and one in which Madrid probably deserved the win from. But never mind, we'll take a point. We said we just could not afford to lose, and we were able to avoid defeat. That was the most important thing. We only had the one chance, they only had the 4. It was a very, very close competitive game, very hard fought in the midfield, but we come away with a clean sheet and a point, and we'll head into the next game hoping to get a victory so that we can close the gap to Villarreal at the top of the league. We'll do a quick training session. We might get a little bit closer to 94 rated here if we can get... Oh, A on finishing. Finishing of 90 now on us as a cam. That's pretty impressive. Right, who is next actually? Is it Valladolid? I can't remember. No, we played Valladolid. Okay, who have we got next then? Let's have a quick look. What does the league table look like? Oh, never mind, I skipped through. It's Las Palmas, I think. Yeah, Las Palmas. And the league table sees us 3 points behind Villarreal. Right, we need a win against Las Palmas. I didn't get selected for the game against Las Palmas. Diogo Poco took my place and got substituted off. Okay, we get a 1-1 draw against Las Palmas. That wasn't what we needed at all in that situation, unfortunately. It does draw us a point. No, it doesn't. Villarreal. Yeah, the gap's still 3 points. Villarreal must have drawn as well, but we've dropped to 3rd because Valencia have jumped above us. I thought for a minute we were on 57, but then I glanced to the left. I just immediately looked to the points tally, to be honest. Right, we've got international friendlies next, which I am not interested in playing at all. So I'm going to simulate them, and we'll head into the next game against Rayo Vallecano, providing that we're selected for it, of course. It's a great ball through, and oh Christ, that is a great shot as well from Niederlechner. Vallecano very nearly to taking the lead after 4 minutes. I didn't expect that shot to come in there, to be honest, and he's just let rip. It was only a few inches wide of the post. Claudio Bravo kept us in the game against Real Madrid. I know we're playing another side from the capital here in Rayo Vallecano, who actually pushed Real Madrid very close in a recent game themselves, but in real life, I just hope to fuck that we can actually get a victory from this one, because that's what we need, and I didn't win that header, and it's going to go out for a corner. Corner to come in from out wide. I'm on the near post, and it's headed my way, or Sergio Roberto's way. Fabricio comes to punch that clear. Please keep that in, though. Thank you, Sava. And he's worked it inside to Jordi Alba. Just run straight to the defender, but he's tackled him, and he may still get there. No, Dorado clears it. Oh, he's given that straight to Sava, and Sava could play me in here, and do I look for Aguero? No, I'm going to turn inside and look for a shot myself on my left foot. I tried to try and pull it back towards that near post, perhaps wrong foot the keeper, so he was expecting me to try and whip it in the far bottom corner, but I didn't quite get enough power on that to sneak it inside that near post. Almost a suicidal mistake, though, from the Vallecano defence, just giving it straight to Sava there. Thankfully, on their side of things, though, I wasn't able to find the finish. Niederlechner, down the line to Romero. Good tackle by Piqué, but it's dropped only to Shendong. And he squeezes it through to Cisse, but Piqué makes a good tackle. We'll just dink this over here, looking for the man out wide. And Sava brings it down well. Gets it back to me. We'll just help its way over to this left-hand side, where hopefully Sergio Roberto will find Neymar, and he has. Neymar could go to Jordi Alba. We've got a lot of pace on this left-hand side. We very rarely utilise it. Jordi Alba inside to Sergio Roberto. I'll call for it from Sergio. I'll just lay it in front of Sergio Busquets. Finds Aguero. Aguero with a turn. Aguero with a shot. And that was not actually as close as it needed to be. I thought that he was going to get at least that shot on target. But you can see the spin on the ball just takes it away from the post. Had he flown dead arrow straight, that may have found the top corner. Jordi Alba steals it off Shendong. Neymar quickly gets it to me. We'll look for Sergio Roberto. He's going to go back to Busquets, but myself and Sergio Roberto here through the middle, waiting for the ball to arrive. Montoya is going to find me. And do I go for that gap, or do we play it out wide? I'll squeeze it through there to Sava, who will get there, and a cross could come, and it has, and it's drilled beautifully to Neymar, who's wasted the effort. A really well put together move, and Sava's cross was actually extremely good. Picking out Neymar there, running in from the far left-hand side, but the shot was so bad. Neymar, you are infinitely better than that. Come on, my man. Neymar, Jordi Alba. He's running out of space. I'll call for it here, just so we can open up the play a little bit. If Aguero could... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say if Aguero could run through the space. It was actually Sergio Busquets that stayed through the middle in their main striking position, but Cissé's picked it off me, and here they come on a counter-attack. And I tell you what, it could be a good one as well if Romero can get away from Piqué. He has done. Romero... Oh, why has he shot that early? That's a real waste. It seems to be the way of things in today's episode. Plenty of chances, good chances too, but just wasteful shooting. Thankfully, in the Real Madrid game, we had to rely on Claudio Bravo's top goalkeeping, actually. They weren't necessarily wasteful. They just didn't get it past the keeper, but we were wasteful, and Rayo Vallecano have been wasteful in this one as well as us. Bartra drills that to me. I'm going to go to Sava. And he's going to turn his side. Aguero's run out wide. Sava to Busquets, to Sergio Roberto. If you can find someone here, he's found... Oh, me. I thought it was going to Sava. Oh, Fabrizio makes the save. He's pushed it onto the post. That would have been a great strike. I thought he was going to try playing Sava there, and somehow it ended up at my feet. And I tell you what, that is a stunning save from the Rayo Vallecano keeper to keep us out. Corner's going to come in. Iniesta's just come on for Sergio Roberto, and immediately he's involved with that corner. Fabrizio comes to meet it, though, and he's going to drop to Mark Bartra. He could come here on the edge of the box where I'll call fit, and we'll look for a finesse. No, Fabrizio again makes the save. Trying to take things into my own hand here. As a side, we haven't had the cutting edge in today's episode. It's been lacking, but if we can kind of just drag the team through this game and get 3 points from it, kind of in a Steven Gerrard for Liverpool style fashion, then maybe our season and our La Liga title race and title hopes won't be dashed just yet. Although, I tell you what, if Niederlechner buries this, they might be. Oh, he's put it over the top of the bar. Great block by Montoya. That might be a season-saving tackle. Corner to come in from Chengduk. And it's a great save by Bravo. Or not great save, but he's claimed it from Bravo. It feels great because that has saved our La Liga season. Lose here against Vallecano when other teams like Villarreal and Valencia are picking up points, and we might have really been in trouble. I'm going to try a Blurb spin here. Now, I could pass it off. I'm going to go solo, though. I'm going to get tackled, unfortunately. Perhaps sometimes you do need to use a teammate. Okay, to Niederlechner, across to Shendong, and a good save again from Bravo. Rayo Vallecano seem to keep catching us on the counter and finding men over at the back post. I don't know where Jordi Alba keeps disappearing to. He's so obsessed with getting forward that he's neglecting his defensive responsibilities. Well, how's that for a switch? Picked out Mbaba beautifully, and he's taken it in his stride well as well. And he's beaten Martin Montoya. He's going to find Cissé. There is... I think that phrase is going to sum up today's episode perfectly. There is the distinct lack of cutting edge at the front line for every side that is played today. Barcelona, Rayo Vallecano and Real Madrid. Everybody is creating good chances, just not taking them. Busquets wins that off in Barber, fires it into Martin Montoya. We're on all-out attack now, so we're going to have defenders getting involved in attacking areas. Here is Montoya. He's going to have to use me. I'm going to get it through there to Neymar. Neymar gets a good turn in. Into Jordi Alba. Back to Neymar! Oh, you've got to find the target. I'm the only one that's hit the target for us so far in today's episode, I think. It's ridiculous. 8 minutes to go. Final whistle goes, and it's a 0-0 draw at home against Vallecano after a 0-0 draw at home against Real Madrid. I think I will title this episode A Lack of Cutting Edge, because that is what was missing from this game, or this tie, or this episode. We had plenty of chances in that one. 8 chances in total, 2 of which of the 3 on target were mine. 5 shots, 1 on target for Vallecano, and that crucial block at the back post saved us losing that one. Villarreal have Betis. I don't know who Valencia have got. We need to pay attention to teams behind us now. We find ourselves in a position where we're actually looking over our shoulder at the teams behind us rather than making the teams above us look over their shoulder at us coming up behind them. Long shots is now up to 92. We are getting closer and closer to 94 rated. Our long passing went up to 98 in the previous training session as well, whilst we were getting past the international games. We have the Champions League against Manchester City coming up in the quarterfinals next, but I do want to see what the La Liga table looks like. Drop the video a like if you haven't to this point, and of course subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point, to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Some big games in there. Chelsea, Real Madrid stands out as one that could be particularly interesting. We are still only second. I don't know what... Valencia and Villarreal seem to be faltering at the same time that we are. We're on 57. Valencia can go top on 60 should they win their game in hand. But it's going to be still so tight at the top. 8 games to go for us, 9 for Valencia. I have no idea who's going to win this La Liga title. I hope it's us. We won it with Real Madrid last year. I'd like to win it again with Barcelona if we can. Although, preferably, if I had to choose, I'd win the Champions League this season because we haven't won that competition yet in this My Player Save. But for now, that's all from me for this afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you haven't to this point. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point. And I'll see you next time.